Hello fellow cinephiles, Film Guru here. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Sean, also known as Film Guru. And I started this channel to ultimately have my say in particular movies, TV shows and a variety of other film content. So thanks for joining me today. So today I'll be looking at the French film Annette. This was directed by Leos Carax and stars Adam Driver, Marianne Cotillard and Simon Helberg. The film focuses on Henry, played by Adam Driver, a stand-up comedian with a fierce sense of humour. He ultimately falls in love with Anne, played by Marianne Cotillard, a world-renowned opera singer. Under the spotlight, they form a passionate and glamorous couple. With the birth of their first child, a mysterious little girl with an exceptional destiny, their lives are turned upside down. Look, I like this film. I think Leos Carax is a really fascinating filmmaker. I really loved Holy Motors. I thought that was a really unique, original and interesting film filled with some great concepts. He really understands how to do something unique and different, and this is definitely one of those type of films. This film is unique and special and creative, engaging and fascinating, and I really felt immersed in this film. I thought it was really, really well done. This is ultimately a musical, but the musical sequences and songs are made up of everyday things, and it really looks at the decay of Henry and Anne's relationship and then what that leads to, and we really get to see who Henry is as a person. I thought this was an interesting way to go about it, and to me it's a kind of the most original musical I've seen since Lars von Trier's Dancer in the Dark. They're very similar in that regard, in that they look at everyday life but they do it as a musical. It's a really fascinating way to do a musical in that way, and I really loved that. I thought all the acting was really solid. I thought Marianne Cotillard was really great in it, playing Anne. She's sort of this really talented sort of character that sort of comes at odds with a lot of things in the film and a lot of experiences that she goes through. And she becomes such a tragic figure in a lot of ways. And I thought she was really great. She's really beautiful and interesting and just really captivating to watch on the screen. I really loved her character. I thought Simon Helberg was really great here. To see him do something like this, to slip into a role here where he plays like a conductor and a friend of Anne and Henry, is really great. It's good to see him stepping away from the Big Bang Theory and being able to do something different. And he does all his own singing here, which is really great. All these musical songs are to do with he's in a monologue, his inner thoughts, and I really like that. I like how he sings sort of what he's thinking and feeling, and it's really great to watch. And he just feels really part of this world, which I really loved. But my favourite character and my favourite performance here was Adam Driver once again. What a brilliant actor. He's one of those unique actors who can really much do anything. He can slip into a character where he's wholly and completely believe he is that person. He can do big budget films and small independent films and foreign films. He gives such great performances in everything he does. There's some really powerful moments in this film for his character. Henry's this sort of character that's a bit insecure, and he expresses himself in sort of really sort of snarky sort of stand-up comedy, because that's how he expresses himself. And he just seems like a very conflicted character, and a character that struggles with a lot of things throughout the film and doesn't really know how to act or interact with people around him. He even has a strained relationship with his daughter, and he doesn't really know how to interact with her, and I find that fascinating as well. And just his impact, just his moments in the film where they do all this sort of stand-up stuff, and we get to see him do a performance, and it feels like the director just let him go, and he kind of feels like he's improvising and going with the moment and everything that's transpiring on stage. And he's really able to be let loose. He's able to be creative and unique and be able to think on the spot of what he wants to craft and create with the character in these particular scenes. He's just one of the most brilliant actors, I think, today, and he's really, really great here. There are some moments in the film that are really powerful for him. The scene between him and his daughter is so well done. It says so much about the story that has transpired before our very eyes, and it talks about the relationship he has with her and the things he's done and feels regretful for, and how she sort of feels towards him and the impact that has on him. I love all the musical elements here. All the musical scenes are really, really well done. There's a scene where Anne's giving birth, and it's very funny and comical, the choice of song and music that's used in this particular sequence. It's very creative. The way that they show the baby, who ultimately becomes a young girl, is very interesting. The way they go about that and what they use to portray that particular character is just unique. It's exactly what the director likes to do. He likes to craft and create something unique and different and do it in a way that you haven't seen before. And I really love what he does with this particular character. I loved the opening. The first 10-15 minutes were really great, where it sort of sets up the story for you, but it also has like the actors singing, and it's like the beginning of the film, and it's like them talking about what is going to transpire as the film goes on, and they all get to sing and they sort of walk along the streets. I really loved this sequence. I thought it was really great. Every single musical sequence is original and unique, and there's some really powerful moments throughout, and it really I felt really engaged all the way through and connected to these characters. Even though this film was a little odd, it just felt like it made sense to me in a lot of ways. I'm just a big fan of French cinema, and I like when directors do something unique, and it's definitely what French cinema really does. It really tries to push the envelope. It really tries to do something different, and it tries to inject something you haven't seen before into movies, and I really love that. And Leos Carax is really great here. He's really able to craft an interesting story that's engaging and fun and entertaining. It's a little off-center, but that's what makes it such an interesting film to watch, and I really love what he's able to capture and create here. Final thoughts. In the end, it's really about, as a human being, we can sometimes destroy relationships and hurt the people around us without really knowing why. I'm going to give Annette 4 out of 5. I thought this was great. A real visionary director creating something something original and fresh, and I was really impressed with this film on many levels, and I'm putting it on my top 10 of the year because it is so different. Anyway, that's all from me today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit subscribe down the bottom, follow me on Facebook or Letterboxd. Otherwise, until next time, enjoy the movies.